What's up, beautiful creatures? I've been wanting to do an Abaddon inspired look for ages now. I've already done my foundation and concealer. Didn't really want to bore you guys with that again. I just went in with some cool tone contour powder to deepen and define my bone structure, as well as slim my face just a tad. For blush, I'm just going in with 3 shades, more so on the rosy side, and just adding them to the apples of my cheeks and blending it outwards. Quick little tip, if you think you applied too much blush, just go in with your foundation brush. Once again, I'm just spraying some hairspray on a spoolie brush and combing through my brows to keep them in place. Can you tell that this shadow has been well loved? To get red tinted brows, I'm just taking this red shadow from BH Cosmetics and Shadow Box from Kat Von D's Monarch palette, mixing those two together and feathering that into my brows with an angled liner brush. To better blend the shadows with my brows, I used a different spoolie brush to comb them through. I wanted to clean up the edges since some of the red got onto my skin, so I went in with my concealer on a small detail brush. After priming my eyes, I used Vanish and a dome shadow brush to start defining my crease area. I used several reference pictures of Alina Huffman as Abaddon while I was doing the makeup. I decided to go for a more 1950s look when she first appears in the show. Once I blended that out, I picked up a reddish-brown shadow on an eyeshadow brush and started to put that in my crease also. I tried to keep it to the outer corner in a sort of C shape. Next, I patted a shimmery peach shadow onto my lid with an eyeshadow brush, and then went in with Urban Decay's Combust to help blend out the darker shades. Taking 13, I added that to my brow bone and inner corners. With a small detail brush and more of those reddish-brown shadows, I dusted that onto my lower lash line. I then went in with a dark burgundy color to further deepen my outer corners. Taking my favorite black liner by BH Cosmetics, I put that on my lash line and then began creating a wing. I just ran some voluminous mascara by L'Oreal onto my lashes. I'm now adding some Morphe lashes, number 138, just to tie the look together. Taking my NARS lip pencil in Cruella, which is probably my favorite red lipstick because it slides on like butter and it is such a gorgeous color. I first outlined my lips with it and then filled them in. And then I wanted to deepen up the center of the lip, so I went in with a Revlon lipstick in Berry Queen. How appropriate for the Queen of Hell herself. I quickly dusted a mixture of a white and pink tone highlight by Jourdain Cosmetics on the high points of my face. And I also attempted to make my nose a little bit thinner, like Elena's, with that same light contour shade that we used before. For the hair, I'm using a 1-inch curling iron by Conair and a few setting clips that you can buy at your local beauty supply store. They're pretty easy to come by. I'm separating my hair into a total of 3 sections and quickly curling the hair with the iron. I'm then taking a chunk of hair. It can really be as little or as much hair as you want for your curls, but I'm going for a medium-sized section. You can even use a curling wand if you like. Just make sure that when you do wrap the hair around the iron, you're wrapping it flat. This will give you that classic curl that we're looking for. I just let that sit for a few seconds before releasing the curl. I'm not using setting clips on the majority of my hair, only the bang area, since the rest is gonna be in an updo anyways. Once I get to the 3rd section of hair, I make sure I curl the crown of my head towards the back. I do this so that it's easier to pin up and that there isn't such a long part in my hair. For the bangs, I'm going to be making 3 curls on the one side and 2 on the other. For these front ones, I'm actually going to pin it in place before I let them out so that it gives it a better curl. The bangs, I'm going to be making 3 curls on the one side and then 1 on the other. Once you look like a Who down from Whoville, you can start on the other side. I didn't end up pinning the one side of my hair because I wanted the other side of my hair to have way more volume. Once you let that sit for a few seconds till it's cool, you can let the curls out and play around with it and get it to how you like it. Now I'm just teasing the crown of my head before pulling the first half back into a bun. And you can go ahead and grab a couple bobby pins and pin that in place. Once you're done that, you can grab another small section from the bottom half, wrap it around the bun, and pin that also in place. It's just basically a loose bun made up of a whole whack of curls. I gave it a squirt of hairspray before I pinned the bangs back, and then also squirted that with hairspray.